G'day guys and welcome to another gameplay video. Today we got Ivankov versus our good mate Zed. So Ivankov blue, really interesting way to play it because you don't really care too much about using resources from your hand, because Ivankov's effect is if you find yourself with zero cards at the end of the turn, you get to draw two. Here for us, we're choosing to mulligan. Not too much difference in terms of what we mulligan into there, and on our turn here we're just attaching the 3 dons, swinging in, applying some early pressure to those dual color leaders so that they restart with less life. Just makes it a bit easier for us, and they do the exact same to us on their turn, stacking the 4 don and swinging in at us when we just take that there. Yeah, so Ivankov's effect, the character card is we can play out an impel down character, and so we're not quite at the threshold there. It's 7 to play that out there. So what we do is just attach a dominant leader, swing in there, and then play out good old Mr. 3. So this Mr. 3 is a blocker that you can swing with, and then at the end of your turn you can trash a card from your hand to reset it, to restand it. So yeah, quite nice to apply some pressure, but then also still have some defense plays on your turn there. So our opponent then is attaching a don, swinging in at us for 6k. We are not blocking and choosing to counter out. As I said, we don't mind countering out from stuff from our hand because we can quite easily replenish it with a number of actually draw effects that we have available to us in the deck. Our opponent for their turn just plays out the draw 1 Kuzan, which will neg 5 cost on swing. And then yeah, passing over to us here. So we draw into a Mihawk, grade 2k counter, also a great draw resource that blue has access to since the beginning. So we're going to start off by just swinging in at leader for 5k. We're not too worried about that because as I said, we can restand our character there. We swing in at another 5k, seeing if we're thinning out their hand a bit further, which they do counter out there. Then we play the Ivankov, which allows us to play out an impel down character with a cost of 6 or less. So we play out another one of the restand blockers there, and then we're triggering the effect of the one that we swung with. Just debating here what to trash on my hand, if we want to do a 2k counter or the other blocker. End up choosing the other blocker. That blocker that we trash there does gain a good buff through some effects there. So sometimes, yeah, you may want to go with the blocker rather than the counter in terms of what you want to keep. So yeah, passing over to our opponent, they swing in with 5k at us there. They're going to neg play cost to that Mr. 3 there. We're choosing to block with it because it's most likely to have removal in their hand available to just kill it off. They end up playing another Kuzan, allowing them to draw a bit further into their deck. The scary thing about purple and black, lots of removal options, which is, yeah, crazy. And swinging out with 7k, we are just choosing to take that. We draw into the Ivankov character there again. And then turns pass over to us, we draw into another one of our 2k counters. So there's plenty of 2k counters available to us in this deck here. So right, you're just trying to debate if you want to go for another Ivankov play here, or if you just want to stack on some Don with the characters and leaders that we have currently available to us. First of all, just swing in the Kuzan, see if they protect that. They don't. Now we do, yeah, as I said, a couple options here. We can just, yeah, stack up some Don on what we already have on the board, trying to apply some more pressure that way, or do we play out another Ivankov just to spam or build our character presence there. So we're choosing the route of do some damage. So we're attaching 3 onto our blocker, swinging in. They choose to take that. Now we're going to attach just 2 Don to our leader here. Make sure we've got 4 left for us to play out something afterwards. They counter that out there, so thinning out their hand. They still have the 2 active Don as well. So at this stage, probably seems like they're a bit of a bluff into the counters that they have, because they just counter out characters on that swing. And then we play out the Mihawk because the Mihawk can get us some good draw power, and we discard one of our 2k counters to restand our blocker here. So then they swing in at our leader for 5k, and they're going to neg 4 cost on the Ivankov, putting it down to 3 play cost, which pretty much opens up to all of the removal that Zed has access to, including his own ability, which is to -4 Don, kill something with a play cost of 3 or less, which is what they do there. They also use the secret rare Kuzan to kill off another one of our characters there. So yeah, as you can see, black-purple combo, nasty. Can quite easily remove a few things in one turn there. So yeah, on our turn we draw into the buggy, which is the searcher, allows it to find input down character. We can pretty much get anything here except for the law. Ended up choosing the crocodile rather than the counters, just because it is a bigger body that we can play out for free of Ivankov's effect. So we're attaching a couple of Don here to Old Mate Mr. 3, swinging in at the Kuzan. They don't save that there. Always a good idea to try and swing at least 2k above characters. As a general rule, sometimes a bit different there. So we swing in at leader, they don't counter out there. We then play the Ivankov, and we actually draw into the Luffy. That's the other effect of the Ivankov. If we have, if we have 2 or less, basically, we can draw a card off the effect there. We end up choosing the Luffy, just because we can use the Luffy's effect next turn. Say if they play out a little blocker or something like that, which will stop us from applying extra pressure. But we discard the crocodile to restand the Mr. 3 blocker there. So we currently have 4 active characters, no active Don, and our opponent has the big Kuzan, which reduces 5 play cost on our opponent's turn. They swing in our life with the Kuzan. We choose to accept that. We draw into another Ivankov character. Seeing what our opponent wants to do here, do have the full 10 Don, oh sorry, not the full 10. They used their ability before, should just be 8 Don that is there. So then they play out the King, which will remove 2 characters. There, one with a 2 cost, one with a 3 cost, and then using the leader's effect again to kill off something else there. So start off with 4 characters there, end up with 1, and just end up with the buggy there, which is a bit unfortunate for us, but as you can see, quite a lot of good removal available to black and purple, especially in that black-purple combo. So for our turn, we draw into the stage card, which allows us to basically draw and trash 1, then we can trash up to 3. So we use that effect there, draw into the Luffy. And now we discard the Alvida, one of our 2k counters there. And now we can go via the option of just spamming out some characters again with the Ivankov effect here. But our character only, our opponent, sorry, only has 1 life there. They do have a big hand, but generally when it comes to black and purple, there's not a lot of counters available to them. So we're just going to see what happens here if we just try and swing out, see if we can like thin their hand out a bit more. See if we maybe get them to take that last life, just to try and set us up a bit better for the next turn. So we're swinging in there with 5 attached to the buggy, then we attach the rest onto the Ivankov, and we actually end up winning right there. Yeah, the only downfall to purple black combos, sometimes you just don't have a lot of access to some counters. A lot of their removal cards don't have counters attached to them. But there you go, there's a little snippet into how you can play a bit of Ivankov, really good blue play style to spam out the board with some extra characters. It got a lot of access to some good 2k counters and some blockers that you can restand with, as you saw there. But if you guys want to see a deck profile, make sure you let us know in the comment section below. But thank you so much for checking out the gameplay today. As always, stay beautiful, and we'll see you all in the next one.